Hi, my name is Jen with JKC Mobile Notary, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, you've got a treat for you, another treat for you, another notary heavy hitter interview. Today's interview is with Sue Hope of Notary Assist and Notary Assist Marketing. Oh my gosh, you guys, I love this woman, and I hope you will too. She's full of energy. Her story is remarkable, and I can't wait for you to get to know her. Now, remember, if you like this kind of content, notary business building, notary content, female entrepreneurship, and a little bit of lifestyle, then go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button and let's get started. Because if you're ready, I'm really ready. Let's go. Hi, everybody. We're here again with another fun interview, and I'm so excited about today's video because I'm honored and privileged to interview my good friend, colleague, and mentor, Sue Hope. Hi, Sue.
Hello.
Seeing you and having you here today is amazing. If you don't know Sue or haven't heard of her, it's my great honor and pleasure to introduce you to her. Sue Hope is a Southern California notary and loan signing agent. She's an amazing ambassador for all notaries, and she's also the creator and innovator of Notary Assist, a notary-specific software suite that helps notaries organize, manage, and market their notary businesses. Like all my heavy hitter interviews, Sue has become a major player and leader in our industry by seeing and filling a need for her notary community. You like that, Sue? Welcome.
I love that. Whoa, that's like so professional.
I want to make sure they get the full picture of who they're talking to before they talk to them.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm excited to be here, Ms. Jen. Thanks for having me today.
Of course, I'm really excited about this. I'm excited to talk to you and excited to share you with people. So, yeah. So if you're ready, I want to start at the beginning.
Bring it.
Okay. I want to hear about your journey to become a notary. Why, maybe when, all the things. How did you become a notary? When did you become a notary and your journey to it?
Okay, so let's roll it back. Actually, I became a notary because my employer sent me to get my commission, and that's like a lot of notaries. Most notaries don't know exactly what they're getting into. Most of the time, they're sent with they're sent by their employer to get their commission. I didn't know what a notary was before I sat in that class for 6 hours on a Saturday. But I learned a whole lot about being a notary and was terrified at the end of the class. I'm like, oh my goodness, what does this mean? So I wasn't sure, but I did know that my office needed documents notarized in-house, and they always had a notary on staff. And the reason they sent me was because my predecessor had left to go to another company. At the time, I was working for a real estate investment trust, which was a management company for a strip mall. Basically, we were the tenants, we were the landlord, we were on site. We managed all the leases and the pads that were on that site. Right. So I was an executive assistant. So I went off and I got that commission on a Saturday in wonderful California, and got my commission. So I started in 1999. And I have been a consistent commissioned notary in California since then.
Well, I'm curious, did you decide to redo your commission even when you were no longer at that position?
Oh, that's a great question. I was with that company for my first commission, and I renewed it at that commission. And then I left shortly after that. So I was with that company for 5 years. So I left it after I had just renewed it. So, and again, they had sponsored my renewal. Right. So it was perfect. So my first 5 years of being a notary were really in-house. I didn't do anything outside of my 9 to 5. Right. I kept it locked and keyed in my office drawer, locked up with my only key, but I kept it in my desk. So I never notarized outside of office hours, didn't even realize that there was a way to make money by doing so. And my employer didn't even have a restriction on me. They were just excited to have me notarize the documents that needed to be notarized in-house. Everything from blueprints, construction documents, plots, leases, everything that I dealt with was in the real estate or development area of notarial work.
When did you learn you could make money doing this?
I had a wonderful notary visit me when my husband and I refinanced our house. So that was the first time I realized that I could make money outside of it. So I had left the company to be a stay-home mom and my own chief financial officer and mentor to my little kids. I was home being a great mom, having just so much fun and being a mom, that when we refinanced our house, I was like so excited. I'm like, I had everything ready. I had the pens, I had the IDs, I had everything out on the dining room table. So when she came, I had everything ready. She's like, you have everything prepared. And I'm like, I'm a notary too, so I totally get what you need. And we hit it off very well. She's like, what are you doing right now? I'm like, I'm a mom. And she asked what my background was. And because I had a strong background in real estate, she's like, are you not taking advantage of like the really ridiculous low rates right now? And I'm like, well, yeah, I'm refinancing my house. She goes, you and everybody and their brother, so you can make a ton of money. And I was like, make a ton of money? How? Can we have a conversation? And meanwhile, my husband is signing all the documents. We're going through
And
this.
you're chatting.
We're having a complete like off chat conversation.
Love
Anyway, she became my mentor. Her name was Virginia. I adore her. She actually said, I am so busy. I would love for you to shadow me and work with me, and we can tackle more business and grow together. And I'm like, sounds great. I can only work after my husband gets home because we got to have somebody home to watch the kids. She's like, most people sign on nights and weekends. I'm like, I can do that. I'm available. So this was so perfect. And this was before really courses or classes or stuff was really out there. I mean,
Yeah.
I literally, and before all of crazy new HIPAA laws. So I got trained live. Like she would take me as somebody to sit and mentor in
Right.
front of clients. Now she would always prepare them that she had somebody coming and shadowing and asking if it was okay.
Right.
So we got permission, but that's not even allowed anymore. It's not, I mean, so I was new to the game, but she trained me, she taught me, she had a background in escrow. So she was really knowledgeable. She stopped being an escrow officer so she could do loan signings all the time.
Wow. Wow.
So I had a great mentor and she taught me just so much, but I had a lot of experience in the real estate. So I knew a lot of the documents. I was familiar with them already. So my training, my ramp up was really short, but she was fantastic. And through her, I met a small niche of notaries that were right near me.
Mhm.
We kind of all shared the load. She was the main connection because she was an escrow officer. She worked with two escrow companies that knew her from
Right.
places. So we got a lot of work. So I want to say in the late, I would say, let's see, 99. I think we're right around 2004 is where I came into the loan signing aspect of things. And then the NNA ran a loan signing agent course, of course, as soon as I think I was one of the initial people taking
Oh,
that
really?
course. Yeah. So I
Wow.
took that course, which is what educated me on even more, like the whole, you get a tax break. I'm like, wait, what? So I'd already been doing it for a little while. I had no idea about this tax exemption. I was like so intrigued. And that just did a deeper dive and it got me into knowing even more about it. So I was starting right before I would say 2003, 2004 was when I really started jumping into that whole loan signing thing. So I just didn't really know about it prior to, until, thank the Lord above, my paths crossed with the right person at the right time to teach me and to guide me on this journey. So that's how I started and I got my feet wet in the whole loan signing agent industry.
Okay. Well, so 2004. So you had a 4-year run before the bubble burst in 2008,
Yeah,
right?
I would say 3.5, three and a half. Yeah, yeah, right around there.
When in that time frame did you start thinking about your when did the idea for Notary Assist come up in your brain?
Probably about 6 months into my mentorship with Virginia.
Oh,
So,
okay.
so pretty much instantaneously. I mean, once you start juggling kids,
Mhm.
schedules, school, appointments, and then you're calling and confirming and to be professional, I was struggling with a master calendar. I was struggling with, I didn't have to invoice, which was great because I was really only I was working direct right away. Back in the day, you worked direct.
Yeah.
We didn't have signing services. So I didn't have to invoice. They knew which files I was closing because it was part of the escrow number.
Right.
So but trying to keep all that organized and to send in like, we were doing a lot of work. So I remember back when you got real checks, I would get a stack of checks. So, I mean, it was a busy, busy time, but I couldn't keep track of everything. And I would, every now and then I double book myself. And then the panic and the stress of pulling your hair out. I've got to pick up the kids because it's a rain day. It's my turn to carpool, but I've also got to be in Irvine, which is 30 minutes away. And it was just becoming a little much. But with the icing on the cake that really made things come into clarity was the first tax season. The first year I did taxes, when being a a part-time signing agent, nights and weekends, was when the husband kept coming in as it got closer and closer and closer to April 15th.
Right.
And he's like, "What's your income?" I'm like, "I don't know. There's a whole stack. There's a box. There's a shoebox over there with all my receipts and all of my check stubs. I
Right.
don't know." And he's like, we need to know. And I'm like, "I know we need to know, but I don't know. And I don't got time because I'm printing 3 sets of docs and I have to leave because I've got to go. You've got the kids. Tag, you're it. Love you. Bye." I mean, so that was kind of our chaos. And somehow we managed to get our taxes done that first year, but it was a pain. Like I actually turned three very good working days down and just took time off, and I just did taxes. But that cost me, I don't even want to know how much.
Yeah.
Just to sit down and give my bandwidth,
Yeah.
And I think out of a self-motivated vibe, I think my husband came up with the Notary Assist Alpha version, which was literally just for me. And he said, "Can you do something like this weekly, maybe bi-weekly, at least once a month? Put some data in there." And I'm like, "Yeah, I think I can do that." So I got into a routine instead of this. I still had the shoebox. It still sat on the side of my desk, but I had to empty it every week. So I put everything into that box, but I had to empty it before the weekend was over. So I'd work Monday through Friday and Saturday. Sundays were usually my day that I would take for for family and personal time. And I would do some of my logging in Sunday nights after the kids went to bed. So I would put all my work for the weekend on Sunday nights, and that's what worked for me. Well, when he came around the second year, we had Alpha. I was using Alpha. He was able to pull the numbers that he needed, so he didn't have to even come and knock on my door for taxes.
For tax season.
Exactly, except for the fact that he would ask, "Have you put everything in from the box?" And I'm like, "I think so." He goes, "Everything?" I'm like, "Yeah." Because the occasional receipt would get lost in the wash. You go to Staples to get paper. It's like,
Yeah.
so I tried. I definitely tried, and it was much better than what it had been before. But that's really the inspiration behind everything. I think some of it was my husband just really trying to build something to make his life much easier. Not necessarily mine, but definitely his, because he was our tax guy. So,
Yeah.
but after using it from 2000 and I would say about 2003 to about 2006,
Okay.
I said, "I'm not the only one doing this. I was talking to friends, and friends were like, 'Well, how do I get this little thing to work for me?' And
Was it like a computer program or something? I mean, is he a developer?
Oh yeah, he went to he's a complete software architect. And
Okay.
that's what
That
he went.
makes
That's
more
what he went to
sense.
school for. At this time, he's working his full-time job
In
but he
creating
built
this little thing for
little
you.
thing
Yeah.
on the side. Like he just built this little engine, like the little, I don't know, like Thomas the Train. He just built something just for me so that I could get my stuff done. This was a total, you know, thing that he did on the side.
Yeah.
And so I came to him and I said, do you know, I talk with all these notaries like all the time, my little group, because we're doing all this stuff. And I said, I'm not the only one. We would all like to do this. And he's like, okay, yeah, I'll think about it. Well, because we're busy. We're busy,
Yeah.
young family, kids doing this, all this stuff. He's working,
Yeah.
9 to 5. He's got all this stuff
Oh,
going on.
yeah.
He's like, yeah, yeah. In my dubious spare time, I'll whip out a productive code that we could actually market. I'm like, okay. So I'm like, time for me to take things into my own hands. Rolled up my sleeves and I said, I think this is great. Whatever this is perfect. It works great for me. It's going to work great for everybody else. I don't know anything about being a business owner. I don't know anything about selling a product. Nada. I've got no LLC. I've got no business insurance, no business experience. We're just talking, I see what people need.
Mhm.
Let's do it. So the NNA came to town for their annual conference in downtown LA in 2007. I want to say about 6 months out, maybe 8, I booked a table as a vendor.
For
Just
them.
what's your product? Notary Assist.
That's how you named it?
Yeah. We named it. Well, it was my husband's idea. He definitely
Okay,
came up
he
with
named
that.
it, but okay, yeah.
But yeah, I was like, we're just going to put a table out there. And I said, we're doing this. So, but before I even told him that I had booked the table, I mean, I literally did it all by myself. I didn't even ask his opinion. I just booked the table. That night over dinner, after I put the kids down, I pour a nice dinner, wine. I'm like, so by the way, I did this thing today. I booked a table for us to demonstrate the software you wrote for me, and we can sell it. This would be great. He's like, wait, what? I go, we're good. Let's do this. Let's get this going. He's like, oh my goodness. You have no idea how long it takes to do the proper. I'm like, mine works great. He goes, yeah, yours is held together like Rugrats,
Yeah.
bobby pins, rubber
Yeah.
bands. He goes, it's not like cell grade software. He goes, there's a whole process. There's this thing you have to do. You have to do diligent testing. You have to do blah, 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 blah. And that's like, right over the head. I was like, but we can do this. We got this. I've got the table. It's not till June. We're good. He goes, I saw his face just totally like, I'm thinking it's a great celebratory dinner. And he just, like, the weight of the world just squished him like Atlas. I'm like, oh no. But
Wow.
so it was a motivating dinner. And I said, he goes, you really think that this is a good thing? I go, I'm talking with notaries every day and they need something. There's nothing else out there. I'm like, there's QuickBooks. That's way over my head. I just need to know who's paid me, who hasn't paid me. And I need to track, mileage, expenses, and this tax deduction that I had no idea about till I went to go to the NNA.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, I need to do some research. We need to get some stuff. So, I mean, then all of a sudden there was a total pivot. So I'm working and then he's working his regular job. And now he's working a good solid 5 to 7 hours every day afterward,
Yeah.
to try and this is just us. We didn't have a team
Team of people,
no,
creators. Yeah.
no, none of that. So we just, we told some of our family members what we were doing. They all thought we were crazy. They were like, notary software, eh? Okay. And I'm like, there's millions of notaries across the United States. I'm all chuffed with myself, knowing, spewing out all sorts of stats from the
Yeah.
NNA. I'm like, I've got this.
Yeah.
But we had, we put pedal to the metal. We ran lean and mean, which is what we've always done to try and bring really good software. We kept expenses really low. We just really focused on what our goal was. We had a list of functions. We had a list of things that we wanted to accomplish by June. We wanted it standing up and being strong. We had our team of notary beta testers, which were incredibly helpful, which was my group of
Your
notaries
notary
that we worked
friends.
with.
Yeah.
Yep. So, and they were in the age range, everything from my age all the way to, like, I would say young 70s all the way down to like late 20s. So my group it had a great range. And so it was a really good beta test because
Yeah.
now we could figure out, will they understand it? Do they need a lot of help? Do they, how? So we did a lot of testing there just on user interface and would they be able to understand it? But we got it done. Have a lot of sleepless nights, especially as we got into April,
Oh yeah,
May.
the time leading up to the conference, I'm
Oh
sure.
my goodness. It was super stressful, but you know what? I got my shirts ready because everybody wants a t-shirt. So
Yeah, they
we might
do.
not have had anything to sell, but we bought 100 t-shirts of all different sizes. We put our logo on them. I had my booth all set up. I had it in my mind. We go to downtown LA. It was a total family affair. I enlisted 2 cousins to help us sell that weekend, my husband and myself, and 2 of my notaries that had been demoing it and playing with it. So
Right.
all 6 of us go to downtown LA, which is about an hour and a half away without traffic because
Yeah.
California has traffic. So we go to we all split rooms because there's girls' rooms, guys' rooms. We're trying to be lean and mean here.
Yeah.
And we worked our tails off for 4 days or 3 days at the conference, networking, demoing, and we had lines. I met my
Well, I'm
husband.
not surprised.
Lines waiting. And so that got the attention of the National Notary Association. And then
That-
that's how we really started gaining traction as the NNA. Notary to Pro bought, if anybody works with Notary to Pro, I love them. They're like one of the first people that believed in our product and started promoting it from that day forward. So shout out to Notary to Pro and the National Notary Association, because that's who really took an interest in it and really got us building our user base to get going. And that was back when we had a floppy disk. So yeah.
Wow. What
Yeah.
a really great now I want to know, how's your husband feel about it today?
Oh, he loves it. Loves it.
Okay.
It's the most rewarding project he's worked on. And he's worked on products from Fortune 500 companies in the Bay Area all the way to mom and pops. And it's his most fulfilling piece of software that he's written. And he's written quite a few. So
That makes me really happy to hear, because what a really fun history for you guys.
yeah,
It's a
that's our story,
legacy.
man.
Yeah. How fun is that? How fun is that? Okay, well, wow. That was I can't even I didn't know a lot of that. I knew some of this, but I didn't know a lot of that. That's really exciting.
Sometimes we don't do a deep dive, right?
No,
It's like
I mean, I
this
guess
is the
not.
story of the crazy Hope family and Notary Assist being born. So
Yeah, I think it's amazing. Well, okay, so we know how it became. Can you tell me about it? What Notary Assist does today?
my really short elevator speech
Go for
it is the only notary specific software product that will help you organize, diversify, and market your notary business.
it. Okay. Can we talk about the part of Notary Assist that's keeping you busy right now?
Oh, taxes, baby. We are all full into taxes right now. And what I love about Notary Assist is it gives the freedom of doing your taxes and taking the stress out of it. That's what was a huge help for me personally. That's why I love it so much. I mean, I'm so passionate about it because I know how much it gave me release of stress. And that's what I'm such a big proponent of selling it moving forward is it takes the stress out of doing your taxes. If you spend just a little bit of time on Notary Assist entering your data, excuse me, it's going to pull all those important things out. It's going to keep track of every single business mile you drive. It's going to keep track of all the expenses that you've spent. We can now scan in, we can take pictures of receipts now, making it even more user friendly. And then at the end of the year, you click on 4 reports and it's automatically calculating everything for you on a federal and a state level. So not that we're doing your taxes, but we're helping you get organized to take all that information to your tax professional so that your tax professional can build a tax plan that's right for you, because every single tax situation is different and unique.
Right.
But we share all this data so that your tax professional can get a clear picture of what you do, what you offer, what exemptions you might qualify for, what exemptions you should exercise, what ones you shouldn't, and it's all dependent upon your unique situation.
Okay. So do you have a team of bookkeepers and accountants on your staff there to answer all of the bookkeeping questions that come?
That's awesome. Well, we don't have a staff. I have a lot of colleagues that have educated me and the staff that answers the questions. So we have high level. We're high level. We are not tax professionals, so we're
Put our
not
statement out
qualified to
there.
answer all the questions that come in. And we always tell them that. So it's like, we'll listen. And a lot of our call center, they're notaries. So they know the questions that you're asking. So they can kind of listen to your scenario and then give you the best advice how the software will help you record it.
Gotcha.
Do we answer how to apply it? No, that's the tax professional's job. So
Right.
we'll put the information in, we'll help you get the information properly in, and then the reports and the information in there you can give to your tax professional and share it with your tax professional so they can build the right plan for you.
Right. So Notary Assist is your old shoebox.
It's my old shoebox.
That makes sense.
It's way fancier. It's so much more high tech.
Yeah, it makes sense for your tax accountant, so they're not dealing with your shoebox. It's a really fantastic product, and I'm really excited about it. And I'm excited that hearing about the journey of how it came to be. Is there a perfect user of Notary Assist? Is there an ideal user of Notary Assist? Is it just notaries or any notaries?
Oh, well, the perfect user is the person that's going to actually put stuff in. Great data in equals great data out. Bad data in equals bad data out.
Yeah.
So if you're going to any tool that benefits you or helps you is the right tool, right? Or I mean, like they always say when you're a carpenter, it's like having the right tool means the difference between a great day and doing your work or a horrible day.
Right.
So I think that Notary Assist is the right tool to help notaries stay organized so that when they are looking to make future business decisions,
Right.
It helps them. If they're looking to know how many miles they drove, it's the right tool. If they're looking to know how much they've spent in a month, in a week, in a year, it's a great tool. So I always say that if you don't want to get organized and you don't like putting stuff into a software system, Notary Assist is not for you. But also
not be, yeah,
it could be a challenge, and any other a software could be a challenge. But I do know that the pressure point is data entry. Nobody enjoys doing data entry, but if you spend just a little bit of time every week, every other week, every month, it means the results so outweigh the pain of putting it in. And it's kind of addictive after a while. Once you actually start putting it in and start getting into a rhythm, it's so cool to see what you're spending money on. How many appointments did you do? How many appointments did you do over here? And you don't have to be just a loan signing agent. Notary Assist, what's unique about Notary Assist, and it's the only software system out there, is that you can be a loan signing agent. You can be a specialty general notary. You can have other trades that you might do to round out your business. You can track all of it from inside one system. And that's unique to everything. You can't do it in QuickBooks. You can't do it in Wave. You can't do it in Peachtree or whatever Peachtree is called nowadays. You can't do it in Excel. So Notary Assist is completely unique. It's in its own lane, and we're still carving new lanes to add and build to the software to make it even better as it grows. I mean,
but you have grown with the notary community as it has grown.
Yes.
Because there's no such thing as just being a loan signing agent anymore. If you're still in business,
right,
you still have to diversify. So you have a system that will help you with loan signings, but will also help walk with you as you grow and diversify your business.
Absolutely. And we started when we first got started, we started focusing on the loan signing aspect
Right.
of it. It was tailored mostly to that. But over the years, we've expanded it, and we've been growing and growing and growing to the release of our business center in January. The business center is so exciting. I'm so excited. I'm so proud of it, because now it lets you see clearly how much you're bringing in from how many HELOCs did you do? How many reverse mortgages
Oh,
did you do? How many powers of attorney appointments have you done? How many travel documents for minors have you done? It's not limited to anything anymore. Now you can clearly see the power that this software is helping you with. So you can market to, well, I've done this many reverse mortgages. I've done this many powers of attorney or family planning documents or adoptions, divorce decrees, statements of verification of income. So now you can take all this knowledge, you can actually utilize that to market your business to your perfect client. Every single one of us is unique. We run our business completely different than anybody else, and we should. Why? Because we're our own person.
yep.
So Notary Assist is completely flexible and customizable for what you want to do and what you want to focus on. And if you only want to do estate planning documents and work with estate planning and wills and
Right.
healthcare directives, you can, and you can break it all down. If you want to also do wedding officiant, you can do that and track it separate from all of your notary work. If you want to be an apostille agent, you can do that, and you can keep track of it separately. So you can see, how much money am I making with my notary commission versus how much am I making being an apostille agent. But you can also see, how much does it cost for me to provide apostille services? How much does it cost to ship documents to New York to get apostille in New
Right.
York, or to pay my colleague in New York to walk it into the Secretary of State's office in New York? So now Notary Assist is allowing you to not only see how much it costs, but you
Mhm.
can now prepare your fee schedule so that you're making the goals that you're setting for yourself.
You are giving the tools to create a legit functioning budget too
Yes.
for your business.
Yes.
That's
Mhm.
fantastic. The business center,
The Business Center, brand new, baby.
is that brand new? Just came out
Brand
this
new.
January?
January 2023, we launched the Business Center.
That's exciting.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it's been out maybe 8.5 weeks, maybe.
Okay. Does Notary Assist have an app?
Yes, we have 2 mobile apps for Apple and Android.
Oh,
And you can do almost as much on your mobile devices as you can from the website. You still can't, there's not, we will never be able to do everything that we can do on the
right.
website on the mobile apps, just because of the form factor.
Yeah.
But you can do so much, and it's right there with you on the go. You can download them. They're right there in the app stores. You can get one at Google, and you can get one at the app store in Apple. And
Awesome.
they've been out since last July.
Awesome. Can I ask you, what does it cost for a Notary System membership?
So it's subscription based. So it's a monthly and it's an annual subscription. So we give you 2 different ways to make it work for your budget. So you can do monthly, with every 30 days having a draft at $8.99 per month. Or our best value is $95 for the year. It's only billed one time, but that equates out to about $7.92 per month.
Saving about
So you're saving a ton between monthly and annually, but really it's because I'm not having to pay for all those credit card charges, so we're passing the savings on to you. So now I'm only paying for one time having that credit card draft, so I'm saving you all those other little ones. So it saves you about 10%.
awesome.
Yeah.
Is there anything else about Notary Assist membership that you want to share before we move on to the other
Well,
part of
yeah, of course. Yeah. So with our accounting, and that was our bread, that was our inspiration. That's how it started. That's where it all began, was with the accounting and bookkeeping, and being able to track so many aspects of your notary business. But we give you the ability to try the software 100% risk free. And what do I mean by that? Most things to try nowadays require you to put a credit card in before you can see everything.
Mhm.
I want you to see it, touch it, feel it, ask questions, because I'm confident that if you get to try it, you're going to get to like it, and then you're going to want to sign up. So I don't ask for a credit card until you hit a red button that says subscribe now. We have a 30-day trial or 20 new appointments, whichever comes first. You can get started right on from the website. But I think, Miss Jen, you have a link too that you're going to share that would take you to the exact same spot to get registered.
Yep.
So you can actually begin your free trial by just getting started, getting registered, and you can play with it. That's what we're here for. We're here to answer questions. We want you to feel, and it shows you the whole software. It's not like we're holding it back until you,
Right.
everything is available to you to play with, to touch, to use for 30 days or 20 new appointments, whichever comes first. For those brand new notaries out there that are getting started, you're spending, not losing, you're spending money from the minute you decide to open a business.
Yep.
Whether it's training, whether it's driving to that training, whether it's buying the pens, buying the equipment that you need. You want to keep track of all of these because all of these have tax ramifications. If you keep track of all of this, you're going to be much more prepared for when you do your taxes, because as a new business, all these things can be write-offs. Right. Okay. So you want to keep track of it. So when you ask who's the perfect notary for this, you could be a brand new notary, or you could be a seasoned notary that's been using that traditional shoebox. I mean, dude, there's no judging here. It's a judge-free zone. I use the shoebox.
The shoebox is what created Notary Assist.
It is. Now we just have a high-tech shoebox, and we're trying to help you get that data out of the shoebox and into Notary Assist so you can utilize it. That shoebox doesn't always tell you kindly, you're spending way too much money at Staples. There's other options out there for you. Yeah. Or you've spent $600 in postage. Maybe you need to look into a different carrier besides UPS. You know, these kind of things.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Show you these things so you can make adjustments so that you can pivot and be prepared for the next market trend, because the Business Center also is showing you trends now. So you can see analytics, you can see line graphs, you can see pie charts, you can see, you know, it's just so powerful. And I'm so excited about it.
I'm excited about it too. Okay. So we're definitely going to give people access to Notary Assist, but I also am really excited about something else that you have created that is working wonders for people's social media and reviews and all the other things that we do in the social platforms that we are in. And that is it Notary Assist marketing? It is. I'm really excited about it. And I really would like you to share what it is and how it was born for you.
Well, Notary Assist marketing has come out because I truly love being a notary, and it's worked really, really well for me. And not everybody can be a notary. So when notaries go through the process of becoming a commissioned notary, that's incredible. You should celebrate that.
Right.
Then what happens is a lot of times notaries will struggle, and they're like, okay, well, great. I've got all this. I've got the training. I've got my equipment. My phone's not ringing, because not everybody knows you're there. Not everybody knows nobody knows exactly how to find you. So I've seen notaries throw up their hands, throw in the towel, and just say, it's just not worth it for me. I spent all this money and I'm not making a dime. Yeah. So I wanted to try and bring something to the notary community that would allow them to see some results, to start to get traction. Because I don't know about you, but for me, I've gone through this a couple of times. Graduated high school. I thought everybody's going to know I'm just, I'm graduate now, and they're going to just want to hire me right away. Well, funny thing, my phone didn't start ringing and dinging the day after graduation. So I decided I'm going to go off to college. I'm going to go to college. I'm going to graduate from college. Waiting for that phone ring, and ringing and dinging. It's more about what you do after you get those certificates, whether it's the networking that you do, it's all about laying the foundation. So we've gotten the education. Now what do we do with it? So I tried to build or bring something that would help notaries get their name out there with minimal cost. because I know sometimes it's some states you can only charge $5 or $2.50. I mean,
No,
so we want to
crazy.
try and do something that's, it works across all different markets. So the biggest thing is to let everybody know what you do.
Mhm.
And I mean, go through every single person, relative, cousins of cousins, and let everybody know what you do and where you do it. So there's only so much you can do yourself. Then
Right.
you have to like jump in and try to start building profiles everywhere. Well,
Right.
if anybody's done this, you can only imagine how many passwords will fit in my little brain.
Yeah.
Even with LastPass, I figure out how to forget a password on a regular and or change it. And so I'm constantly pulling my hair out because I'm trying to manage all these profiles and make sure that they're all in the same format. I know this is going to sound silly, but a phone number with dots, dashes, or parentheses, if you put them on different platforms in different ways, all of a sudden those scrapers that come through and look for all the information to see if it's consistent, it's different phone numbers.
Yeah.
Who knew? Because artificial intelligence is not a human being that looks at it and says, oh, those are the same digits. They just have dots between them versus dashes.
Right.
This is an artificial program and
Right.
it can't decipher it. So it doesn't realize that it's the same information. So we have to try and be diligent about making sure all of our information that's out there is accurate, consistent, and up to date
Right.
all the time in our dubious spare time, because we're not doing anything else besides
Right.
managing all of our media, right?
Right.
Okay, so wouldn't it be nice to have a place where you could go, one place, log in, one password, and be able to maximize and optimize all of this information proficiently in one spot? And once you're done, it syncs with 40 plus platforms across popular search engines across the internet. I think so.
Yeah. A time saver for sure.
So it's a huge time saver. And what it does is it tickles all of these platforms every week on your behalf. Whether you go into this dashboard or not, we're going to tickle it and say, there's new information here, pull it down. There's new information. And what does that do? It sends all these little feelers, it pulls and it checks. And all these different platforms pull things down differently. Yelp pulls things down differently than Yellow Pages, and Bing pulls things down differently than Google. So
Mhm.
we give a variety of logos, images, sizes, templates,
Right.
short descriptions, long descriptions, types of payments that you get or that you accept. In addition to, if you don't have a website, which a lot of brand new notaries don't have a
Right.
website.
You're right.
So let's figure out a way to utilize your best professional professional profile, whether it's LinkedIn, signingagent.com, 123 Notary, Notary Rotary, whatever your best profile is. Let's make that your website for right now. Do you have a Google My profile yet? If you do, great. Let's connect to it so that we can share our information to Google in addition to all these 40 others.
Right.
Do you have a Facebook business page? Let's connect to that as well, in addition to all these other ones. So now you're optimizing with one login. We're pushing out constant, consistent information across 40 plus popular search engines so that you're more likely to be found when somebody, John or Jane Public, sits behind whatever device it is,
Right.
whether it's AOL, MSN,
Yeah.
Bing, Apple,
Mhm.
Android.
Yeah.
You don't know what your public is going to search on. So by having a variety of search engines having your information, you're more likely to be grabbed when these search engines are harvesting information to
Right.
return for that search. So that's what we do. So we give you approximately 20 different service areas that you can use whether it's zip codes, zip codes, cities, or counties, because some states work better with counties, other states work better with zip codes. Some places you're really rural, so you're only going to have 3 or 4 because you don't want to drive for 10 hours.
Right.
You can utilize those 5 counties, or those 5 towns, and stay right in that area. So we're trying to basically cast a net that works perfect for you in your local area for the services that you provide in that area. So that's what we're doing. And then on top of it, we're going to couple that with helping you build out reviews, because we know when people are looking for a service,
Yes.
87% of the time, they're going to look at reviews first before they select anyone to do that service, especially if they're coming to their home.
Right.
So, and which we do a lot of times. So we want to make sure that you have a portfolio of professional reviews that they can look through. So that all ties in to what we offer in SEO marketing or Notary Assist marketing. So that tool was launched a year ago in October, and our users that have been with us are seeing, I mean, I've had people literally get calls within a few hours of us pushing it live, their profile live, to other ones are just like, oh my gosh, I'm finally getting the traction that I need to build this business, because SEO takes time. That's the one thing that's so hard, is the minute you get your commission, one of the first things you should be doing is establishing a search engine presence so that you can be found. It's really, really challenging, because the longer you've been there, the more confident they are with you. So it does take time, but so the sooner you get on it, the better. Yeah. And the sooner you're in it in your local area, the better you are to get found too, whether you're rural or a big city.
Right. Well, so is Notary Assist Marketing an aggregator, or are you creating profiles for people, or both?
A little bit of both. So we are actually we're going to create another full customized profile for you. So you're going to come in, and we have like a staging area, which is what I call it. It's a very technical term for the page. That's a big red bar, because when you see it, it's a big red bar. I'm sure there's a better technical term, but I'm not paid enough for that.
We're going to call it the staging area. We're good. Yeah.
So you'll basically go through a series of 8 blocks of questions, and we gather all the information to build out this robust profile for you. Right. Then you make sure that everything that's in there is what you want. So we give you a template, we give you suggestions, you have control of it. Right. So we use our technology and our knowledge to give suggestions and basically set up a template for you. Then you can tweak it, and we recommend you come back to it regularly. This is not a set it and forget it like slow cooker to make your dinner. You want to come back to this at least once a week, if not a couple times a week, because you're getting feedback from all these search engines too. Like Google is going to give you suggestions. Hey, we saw this image, or hey, other notaries provide this service. Do you provide this service? Because Google's trying to also build out your profile. These other search engines are trying to build out your profile, because there's these, like I said, artificial intelligence that's trying to grab information and project it to you as well. Like, not every notary can do a will, for example. In California, we can't notarize a will, but other states you can. So we might get a suggestion from Google saying, hey, do you do wills? And I have to say, no, we do not. For California. Other states, yes, they can't. So it's a matter of getting back into this coming into the platform as often as possible. And the big thing that's taking off all the time is images. I want pictures of you doing your business or providing that service in front of the hospital, in front of the nursing home, in front of Starbucks, in front of Lola's coffee shop, in front of, maybe the kiosk of a cute little neighborhood in your area that you're driving into. You don't have to take pictures of the signers, because they may not want to be published, but you can take pictures of the back of the signer from inside the coffee shop, or from the front of the hospital as you're going in. Absolutely. These kind of things. And this is another reconfirmation that you're actively providing the services in the area that you're saying you are. So that's another piece of the puzzle. The
Right.
final piece of the secret sauce is to make sure that when you're using specific keywords, you can ask for reviews of your services as some of these keywords. If you're the best notary in Fresno and you're advertising, I'm the best notary in Fresno, you want to ask your reviewer to give you a review as the best notary in Fresno.
Right.
These keywords are super helpful in helping grow the confidence or the ratings of your profile and pulling you up higher. Our whole goal is to get you in those top three, and you want to stay there. That's what our goal is. Because as people stop maintaining their profiles, they slowly fall. So, and right now, I don't know, but there's people that might have come into this industry that may not still be in this industry or actively working this industry.
That's
So
right.
there's prime opportunity for you to start coming and overtaking some of these spots that may have been occupied before, but they're not maintaining these profiles anymore. So
Right.
that's where we come in and we try to help you keep that all that positive momentum moving forward so that you're more likely to be selected and chosen in your local area. We want you to be the first notary found. If you're a notary in that area and somebody needs something notarized, you want to be the one getting it.
That's right. That's right. Well, do any of the features from the marketing part of this integrate with Notary Assist?
Not yet.
Are they very separate?
Yeah. So right now it's two separate URLs and two separate passwords, but we're working on integration so that you can access the marketing side of things from inside of Notary Assist, because wouldn't it be really handy to be able to finish your bookkeeping and then go right over and do, upload a few pictures and stuff like that? That'd be great.
Yeah.
Actively working on that. It's not ready yet.
Okay. When somebody becomes a new subscriber to Notary Assist Marketing, do they get any kind of walkthrough assistance on setting up their stuff?
Yes. So we'll do a personal intake interview with them and get the information that we need to build out their customized template. And then we kind of walk through, we'll spend about a half an hour, 40 minutes walking them through their dashboard before we turn it over to them so that they feel comfortable and confident coming back to this URL. And it's funny, I'll get emails going, can you send me my URL again? I've lost it. I'll send it right back out, or our team will send it back out. It's, it can get, you want to pin it. You want to pin it somewhere so it's easy, whether it's on your smart device or on your computer. You want to save that URL, bookmark it, so it's super easy to hit. We want you coming back all the time.
Yeah. Well, does the marketing part of this have its own app?
The marketing part does not have its own app, but you can access it
from your phone.
From your phone. You just would access the URL just like you normally would on another website. But you could get into that. Again, form factor is a little challenging, so I always tell people rotate the phone. You can probably get it in if you don't go this way, but if you go this way, now you can reach all the way across.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, you've kind of brought up some new things that are coming, but is there anything else exciting and new for Notary Assist and Notary Marketing coming in the coming months?
Oh, so many things. We're constantly, we're the definition of kinetic energy. We never sit still. That's kind of my personality too. Just when we think we've got everything dialed in, it's time to go back around and kick the tires and patch and repaint again. But we have, let's see, we have a couple of speaking engagements coming up. So we'll be supporting, I think there's an event in Michigan, there's an event in Philly, there's an event in Arizona, there's an event in San Diego. So these are just some of the events that we're going to be having a presence at. Yes, there's new technology that's coming out all the time. We do have some things that we're hoping to release very shortly. I just can't feel them yet, but I think we're going to have another update. I'm looking at the date is 3/29. I think by mid-April, right after taxes are due. We're kind of focused and we're a little bit of a code freeze right now because everybody's doing their taxes. So we don't want to mess with anything too much that could skew numbers last minute. So we're kind of on a code freeze, but we're looking to maybe do a push in mid-April and then maybe another one mid-May.
That's exciting. I'll
We
be sure
definitely have a couple of
when that
things
happens,
too that
I'll
are
share
coming
it.
in for June. So
Awesome. That's exciting, Sue.
I'm very excited. I mean, there's so much, I want to scream it, but I can't yet.
Well, I want to remind everybody that we have the resource page, and if you haven't heard about it, or you have, I put it together as a notary resource, and it's got links to the best training platforms and supplies in the notary business. And Sue, as we said before, has graciously created a special deal for any of the viewers as part of that resource page. So you can find the links down below and in the description and all the contact information for Sue and me. Sue,
Jen.
share would you share how people can find and sign up for Notary Assist and Notary Assist marketing?
So the easiest way is to just visit our website, www.notaryassist.com. And at the very top upper right-hand corner from our website, you can see a get started. The first section is always going to be our bookkeeping and our bookkeeping section. So you can, there's a free trial that you can register for in the upper right-hand corner. Right. There is at the very top of the page, it says marketing, and it has a little new bang. It says bang, it says new. You can click that and it takes you right down to register for the Notary Assist marketing, which is a form that you fill out that sends an email to our team to let us know that you're interested in more information or getting started with the marketing, because there's an intake form that we're going to fill out. We're working on getting that intake form added to this quick form that you sign up with, so that you could answer all that information and send it in, and then we can even go from there. But right now it's still stepping stones. We're still trying to work on the integration part of it to make it even more streamlined. But right now I think it's because it can be overwhelming. SEO can be overwhelming. And if you've done Google My Profile, it hits you with a whole bunch of boxes and a whole bunch of things to answer. And sometimes people can just go, wow, that's too much. I don't have bandwidth for that.
Yeah.
So it's easier if we kind of break it down and get kind of a rapport going, and like a communicative, like kind of chat with you, kind of feel out what you're really wanting to promote with your business. And then we build out your template. So it's a little bit of customization on our part. We kind of customize each template for each user, so that we give you suggestions. And again, you can come in and fix it and tweak it and make it work for you. But we're going to give you, and we're going to share you some of those keywords that are really doing well in our industry. We're always going to ask you, do you do RON? Do you do hospital visits? Do you do only loan signing? So we're going to ask you all these questions, so that we can tailor your marketing profile for your business.
For you. Yeah. I love it. I love it so much. Thank you so much for being here and for taking this time with me and talking through all the things that make Notary Assist and make you so popular in our industry, besides your amazing personality, Sue.
Oh my goodness.
Fun-loving energy.
I just love being a part. I love being a notary. It's been a wonderful thing for me and my family. It gives so much flexibility. It gives so much pride. I'm proud to be a notary. Not just a notary. I'm a notary.
Right.
You know, and it makes, I want that feeling to be for anyone that does it. I mean, if you've taken the time to get a commission, it's hard. So congratulations and welcome to our community. It couldn't be a better time to be a notary. We're needed every day, multiple times a day. And sharing what you can do with your community. I mean, we're here to help the public, and we're here to do really big things. And I couldn't be more proud of some of the things that I've done. Are super, super happy. Some of the things I've done have given comfort in a very sad time. And that it's a small part of this big world that we live in, and there's plenty of work for everybody. There's no such thing as competition. We're collaborating. We're all in this together, and we can do great things. And I'm just super excited to be a part of this amazing community, and to have brought some sort of technology to a very pen and paper industry, so that they can really take it to the next level.
Well, thank you, Sue. Thank you for your value that you brought to our community as well.
Thank you, Mama. It's been a pleasure. It's been great. I love chatting in with you.
Me too. We'll talk to you very soon.
Please.
Later. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, well, there you have it. That is Sue Hope and Notary Assist. And like all of the interviews I'm doing, these amazing contributors to our industry are contributing to the Notary resource page. You're getting a great deal with Sue in that page. That Notary resource page is only $10. The link is down below. Don't miss it. And if you love today's interview, let us know. Give us a comment in the comment box. Remember to like, subscribe, and come back for more because we're doing some heavy hitter interviews this year and you're not going to want to miss them. So get your bookkeeping in place, find out about Notary Assist, and get started. And we will see you next week. Bye.